and shine. It's your morning motivation time. I'm your host with the most is Mark Saint. And every morning, I love my life. Feels good to be alive right now. It's nice. The weather's been Ghostbusters weather out here in Las Vegas. Today I could get my walk on. And in a world full of options, trying to watch a fight, download some videos I got outside, working on this chest cold, and working on doing something different. That's right, in a world full of options, what do we choose? What of our habits, our patterns, and our addictions revealed to us on a daily basis? Now, I've done laps almost every day around this neighborhood, and I'm sure people are used to seeing me. They wave to me now. You know what I mean? It's my mental state. But mental state, that'll be a great shirt. But yeah, the sun is shining. Looks like a picturesque Hollywood backdrop, if you will, with the clouds hanging over a baby blue sky. It looks like a set from Hollywood, and the birds were chirping on the corner over there. Just feels good to have the sun on my back and get outside. I had a whole world of options to be sedated and watch a fight from two people I don't even know or care about, and they don't even know or care about me, and pause my life. Instead of having consistency, I would have sat there, and then the free feed ended. But I was thinking to myself, that's it. I have a lot of down days, especially when I've been fighting this cold. I don't like to have days that I don't do anything. I like to challenge myself. I also have a lot of conventions. You see the moon up there? This is dope. A lot of conventions. They're all one right after the other, and this time is no different. It's time for another convention, and I'm already exhausted. It's Sunday. I wanted to take the day off and just get right so I can stay healthy and stay as healthy as possible. Actually, health is wealth, and when you got so much going on, especially like a cold, I've been coughing up everything yellow, blowing my nose, waking up crazy. And it just goes to show you what good weather does for us. Having the opportunity to be outside does for us. You'll feel it. It's one of those things where when you're sedated, you won't feel much, right? When you're sedated, that's the whole point of sedation, you don't get to feel happy either. So it's kind of like a choice. And the guy just said it because I was watching the boxing, and he got knocked down in the first round. He ate a right when he was trying to throw a right, knocked him down. He got back up and he said, the coward and the warrior feel the same thing. It's just, what path do you take? And it kind of gonna motivate me so much I might tear up, but that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about damn change. Look at that. All the boxes and furniture and everything ready to go. I wonder if they're moving it or throwing it away. Looks like they're throwing it away. That the choice to choose between the two is up to us. It really is. It's just one of those things where it's like, do I stay knocked down? Do I stay sedated, or do I get back up? And as a warrior, my warrior spirit, it makes me cry. I don't know. I'm sure it's like motherhood when women talk about motherhood and how they feel bonded to something. I feel bonded to a battle. I feel bonded to tragedy. I feel bonded to overcome something. That punch in the face, feeling the pain, and still choosing to get the fuck back up, that responds to me. So I'm sure just like a mom, with her children and shit, and she's trying to, or they're bonding, not trying, but they're bonding, and there's a moment of motherhood, I'm sure, where women feel, like, this is my experience. I'm supposed to give life. I'm supposed to take life has always been on the line for a good cause. Oh shit, it just back on. That I've always had to overcome things my whole life. And I feel like that's part of the warrior's journey, is that you're going to get punched in the face. You're going to eat the whole punch. And unfortunately, that's, I think, the path of this whole thing is they want to know if you can take a punch. And life in general wants to know that if I punch you real quick, what you gonna do about it? That's it. That's the task right there. What you got? And I was watching. They said David Crockett acted like a bitch made. He got caught up by. I don't know if this true story was that you're not leaving this army, and for him to punk some men that were already scared and threaten to shoot his own men just to keep them in line shows Andrew Jackson, Stonewall Jackson's resolve and backbone. David Crockett, on the other hand, was getting badmouthed by another political rival, went right up to him. If you're going to get up on the stage and face the man, he can pull a gun and say all he wants to. You approach that man to the face. You're approaching life the same way. You don't get to back down. And he did. He walked away, showed no spine. But Davy Crockett only became immortalized after he went to the Alamo. But before that, he had to run to Texas. He had to run away from political and targeted politically and being politically embarrassed, and his good name being shamed. That's us, yo. That's us right there in our lives. Are you gonna swing back? Are you gonna tell this motherfucker that's been talking shit about you politically to his face? Or are you gonna let him punk you, pull a gun on you, and make you leave the stage? Come on, Davy Crockett. Come on, Mark Saint. Come on, you watching right now. We got to get back up from getting punched in the face. We got to swing back. We can't just, and the kid ass kicked. Everybody's watching the fight. Someone's going to get their ass kicked. And we also want to see someone triumph. So it's both wishes. In the world of options, what do you wish for? And that's what ends up happening. We end up looking at situations and going, is this what ends me? I mean, I really want you to know, because you're going to go through a bunch of shit. I don't know what it is, because everyone's journey is different, but heartache is one of a human life cycle that we all get to, experience. You're going to experience heartache. You're going to experience loss of money, loss of friends, loss of life. There's so many things that are. I don't know. Go live, guys. Barely a ripple of clouds, a little bit of snow, just sunlight on your eyes. Come on, that there's a choice in life, and that's what I was talking about. You will feel the same. Worry, that bitch feels the same. God damn, just stay connected. And the decision makes the outcome different. Do you get back up, or get up and make something up and go, you know what, fuck this. This is not how this outcome's going to be. I will tell you distinctly what makes me different. I'm just telling you my experience. But when I was wrestling, I took fourth in state. I didn't even take third. I didn't get a medal. I lost in a very risky, quick movement that I did and got pinned in the first round. But I made it all the way to the fourth place. Here's the point, is that there was one guy that I beat many times, and he was from Pahrump. I'll never forget. Skinny little kid. And this time he came to wrestle, and I don't know what it was, what he was on, but we were over in Boulder City, and it's in front of all my friends, the whole school, and all of us had won every match, and there was no way I was going to lose to this dude. Now, he almost got me 3 different times, and I wasn't going to just let him, because something in me goes, oh, hell no, fuck this kid, fuck that, fuck losing, you ain't going to punch me in the face and get away with it. I'm a fighter. Now, have I fought too many times? Have I fought my ex into getting into an abortion? Yeah, that happened. Have I fought my siblings and made them feel uncomfortable in doing certain things? Yeah, I abused my siblings. Have I fought for everything else in my life just to make it work? Yeah, that's me. I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter and a lover. But the truth is I fight first. You got 3 options: flight, fight, or freeze. Most people don't even know freeze exists, but it does. There's a situation in us where some people, like David Crockett, froze up and just sat there and was like stuck in his fear. the fear was real, but it's also the same way for all of us, is that we all have a way of feeling a certain type of way. I'm gonna get away from this dude's kids. He's always here, and they got their dog, and I want nothing to do with it. So anyway, my point is to go someplace where you cannot have fear. Well, there's no place you can go where there's no fear. There's no place you can go where there's no worry or anxiety. That is definitely coming with life. It comes in like little packages, right? But for all of us, the real truth of our lives is that we have a chance to take a stand. We have a chance to tell every bully, not another fucking time, not another fucking word. And there's gonna be hands being thrown if you keep going this way at me. So catch these hands is a real thing. Our attitude is a real thing. And that's also determines our behavior. If our attitude is to say, well, shit, it's okay, he had a bad day, he can go ahead punch me in the face. Or there's the ain't nobody fucking with me. Now, I've been a lot of that way for a long time, what they call unfuckwithable. I think everybody can still get fucked with, but there's also people that never fight for their life. They're the people out there, and it's not me, but I'm telling you, it's a thing where people just ain't gonna fight for their lives. They get bogged down by anxiety. They get scared from PTSD. These things end up freezing us up, sending us to hospitals and early graves, and we're not doing anything about it. And that's a scary thing because, excuse my burps, there's life out there. As long as there's time and life and light, we got everything we need. As long as this planet keeps reheating itself, keeping us away from the sun, but keeping us close enough to stay warm, we're winning. The greatest game going. The growth of things, it's literally chronologic to us. You know, you get old enough, I'm not linear. I'm not solo by myself. I'm in this circle of life with everyone else. This thing that keeps circling around us, the sun, keeping everything circular, and planets are circular, and there's no flat earth. It's just a pattern of life. So most of this stuff is pretty guided. What is in between the circle, you know, because it starts moving to the side, around, and rotates. When you're rotating mid-circle, there's going to be choices and arcs in your story, right? You're creating compelling arcs to your story. And one of the arcs will be determined by your decisions. It's literally like the choose your own adventure book. Are you going to choose your own adventure? Are you going to go out and just go, hey, you know, today I'm going to go see the sunlight. I'm going to get some vitamin D. And most girls are out there, yes, vitamin D, outside with some D. I'd love to be in that situation. Are they making any moves? Are these women that say that they want these men in positions where they put themselves with men, or do they put themselves with women? I see a lot of women do it where I'll just have girlfriends. We'll just do brunches together. We'll do everything that's easy and repetitive instead of challenge our lives. You know you're going to go to brunch with your girlfriends. You guys have been doing it for 7 Sundays in a row. When's the last time you bought a boyfriend? When's the last time you met with someone that gave you that feeling of threat, that this is something that's happening? Oh shit, this is a feeling, this is a buzz. I'm getting real energy now, like the sun. And that's what I'm talking about, is that challenge to life. You're going to have to challenge your life. A lot of people, they just want it to be easy. And just like your boy, what's his name? Bruce Lee said, don't wish for an easy life. You know, I've even heard it so many times, and I really, really felt it when he said it. But he's like, I don't give my kids easy lives. It was this Ben Askren. And Ben Askren's an undefeated wrestler, and he's all this awesome and done all these things in collegiate athletes. But he's like, I don't want my kids to have an easy life. It teaches you no character. If it's so smooth, you should challenge it. If someone's too smooth in front of you, just like Robert Greene said, you should challenge that. We get enamored. We do. We see only, oh, now you got my attention. Oh, now I'm live again. Oh, there's a camera on me. Oh, now my makeup's on. Oh, now is the moment. When there's moments passing us by all the time, my buddy's like, to him. It could be simple as going into the 7-Eleven we're going to and meeting a chick from there. That simple. Boom. You're now officially around a woman. And same for women. Your men are all over the place. I hear it all the time. I work with these men. Well, how many of these men are asking you out? How many situations have you set up to go on trips, not just with your girlfriends, but with someone you love? How else are you going to create a baby unless you start traveling with a mate? And just like that, I'm not trying to say it's just like the birds. Think about it. It's just like the dogs. They roll in packs. Next thing you know, you're on a trip. You got you got a baby, and as simple as that. So it's one of these things where the birds travel together, the penguins travel together, all these animals are making an effort to go on a trip together so that life proceeds. And that's all I'm talking about, is proceeding in a life that I do it all the time. I challenge it. I've left the country with no money. I've moved overseas and had to teach English or bartend or whatever it took to earn my income, but at least I was there. There was a whole world of options there, and I just wanted people to reflect on that. I'm just like, there are going to be a lot of shiny things, like a fight. Ooh, I just want to sit here and watch the fight. Well, my stream ended. What am I going to do? Just throw a bitch fit? No, I'm going to get outside and get in the sunlight. I was going to do that anyway, but I was like, oh shit, I'll go for my walk. I'll feel great. I'll come back, watch this fight. Which is exactly what's going to happen. But the time the fight came, and I go, okay, well, we gauge time ineffectively. We gauge threat ineffectively. We don't see threat in real life. We'll just keep eating the food and like, oh, this is going to be a heart attack later. Or love, the same way that sort of affection. I don't know what just happened, but drugs make you feel a lot like, I don't know, but you're and I'm not working. That's went down to the convention center, even though I was there last week. Whole nother life going on right now. There's a whole nother place to be, and I could have been there on a Saturday so that way everybody would call me on a Sunday, but now it's Sunday and I could still be at another convention. So it's just one of those things where I ask myself, where do I want my energy to be? How do I want my energy to transfer? Do I want to be living my life on a computer? Like Kendrick Lamar says, he's dropping knowledge on us. Is there something of an obstacle that's been in my way, that's been keeping me down? That something hit me so hard, like the abortion or jail or, dude, all sorts of fucking things coming at me that I need to get up from. I'm saying it about myself, just so I can raise up my chance to open up my world of options. And that's what ended up happening. There we go. Let's connect it. That's what ended up happening. I saw some light, dark tunnel. I saw a bird just dance around in front of me. Light. I felt the light. Yeah, blinded by the light. This is what we're doing. We get blinded by the light when we need to feel the light. We need to feel the light of life inside of us and how awesome things can be and how cool things should be, and do things on a regular basis that challenge us. That it's not just safe anymore, because nothing's safe, nothing's promised. It's the only thing to do is to live the time. When you have time, when you have light, be out there and involved in it. It's so awesome. It could be just stretching, it could just be art, it could be a lot of things, but those things make us feel alive in a very healthy way, and we can take as many hits as we want of sunshine, and it never fades. It's when it's on the other side of the world, when the night ends and you're like, this day's over, I'm gonna need some rest soon, and I'm gonna hope that I wake up to see the next day. Even though there's life full of challenges and shit, I hope to be a part of it. That's it. I hope to be a part of the next challenge that brings the most out of me. I keep thinking about they're going to get knocked down, but at least the athlete on another level. And because he put that on another level, it brought me up to that level. These challenges is by experiencing it, by putting in effort and going rounds for rounds till you build up a solid foundation of what it takes to fight. It's been in a bunch of pain. Give me a life without any loss, and I show you someone that hasn't lived at all. Straight up talking about, we're earning our experiences, putting in this experiences here. I I earned the armor, and you get in the thing and go, how'd you get the armor? Well, I went through the battle. And I mean, a lot of people that just don't want to battle. They don't want to battle for anything. They want it to be given to them and handed to them. And it's like, well, if I want to win, I'm going to have to challenge myself. I'm going to have to challenge myself to go to these conventions. I'm going to have to challenge myself to be outside in my shorts, handing out flyers like I did a couple days ago at the other convention. And they're just one right after the other. Champs, TPE, ASD, Magic, you name it. I've been going to them one by one and being there. And then my friends are there too, and they're grinding. And you see how much effort it takes for people to build something. You're like, my buddy's like, I could have been in Costa Rica, but now I'm in the West Hall of the Las Vegas Convention Center again, since I was here last week and 2 weeks before that. I feel them. I was there with them. Every time we're putting in this work to pump out these products so we can live this life on a better level. Is it a challenge? Yeah, we're talking about challenges this whole time. In a whole world of options, are you going to accept challenge as one of them? A lot of people won't. They're just too afraid. And I'm here to say it's worth all of everything to keep facing your fear. The warrior and the coward both feel the same thing. They just choose a different path. And that's why I wanted people to have a different path, a different outcome. I'm going to listen to Kevin Samuels, and he said, I only judge by outcomes. He's right. We only judge by marriages around here, not how many dudes you dated, how many times you've been engaged. We talking about touchdowns. Have you touched down a child? Have you brought a child into this life? Have you touched down a marriage? If women control the access to sex, men control the access to marriage. And if you haven't been married, that means you haven't accessed a man. We haven't threatened ourselves enough to meet people in the face. We're so scared we'll hide behind the keyboard and just try to leave a little trace, and most of that stuff seems creepy too. But if you had the balls, I was watching one dude hit on the chick. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Byron. Really liking your style. Hey, before you leave, what's my name? She was like, oh shit. He's like, you already forgot it? Don't do that again. It's Byron, or whatever he said his name was. He said, you want to know what my nickname is? It's Daddy. Can I hear you say it? She said, okay, Daddy. And it was just like already owned. I already approached you and all your fears and superseded your fears. This is what men bring to the game. So there's nothing to fear. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid to approach you. I'm not afraid to say what I feel about you and tell you that you're very beautiful. My name is this. And it was really nice to meet you. Like, it was something that I need to transfer my energy upon you and say, hey, this is my game. We talk about muscles, game, and frame, or whatever the dude puts together. And he's got no muscles. But anyway, when you put together all that package to someone and said, put a lot of effort here to walk up to you with this kind of confidence and go, yeah, don't forget my name. Don't be doing that. Don't forget the hero that took the punch and got back up. Don't forget the guy that's taken a lot of no's to be able to have the balls to go get that yes, to be able to approach a woman with less stress and life in general, to go approach everything that you've ever wanted and not have zero fear in your speech or in your candor or anything. So that's the threat. That's not the threat. That's the challenge of the day. I'm not just going to play it safe. I'm not going to play it easy. I'm going to go to different places. I'm going to feel my heartbeat, or movie or ride at Disneyland. Make sure your life is the ride at Disneyland. Make sure it's the best game going. It's the happiest place on earth. And in the whole world of options, you choose the path. It means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. There's the moon. How cool is that? Oh man, feels great. Woo! I love my life.